Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and very good evening. I regards to Dr. Zafira as our discourse production, discourse production doctor, and also to my fellow friends of EPF4001. So today we are going to present about the business proposal plan, and we take bird's eye chili as our business plan model to create the plantation of it. So there will so for this presentation there will be introduction, technical spec, marketing, management, finance, and also conclusion. So we'll start with the introduction first. So as we know that chili is one of the common and also the favorite vegetable among Malaysian. So this is because it is widely used in cooking recipe for every races in Malaysia. So we can see that Malay people use chili for sambal. Maybe Chinese people also use chili for chili oil, and Indian use for their spice in curry. And for some spec of the chili, the tree of the chilies may grow from 0.5 meter up to 2 meter, and the length of the vegetable, which is the bird's eye chili, typically from 3 to 5 cm. So the reason why we choose chili as our plantation is because it has high return and also high demand in Malaysia, and we also want to help small business during inflation. So as you can see in the previous, like in the beginning of the year, the price of the chilies, the price of other vegetables is increasing all of a sudden due to inflation. So we hope that by creating this business proposal plan, we can help the small business to endure the challenge. So next is about our project location. So the project location I choose at Kuala Selangor. So why I choose Kuala Selangor? Because it is situated away from the hustle of the city, and it is quite strategic because the land itself is extending into the back without disturbing the main road. So I think it is a great place to create a plantation farm for chilies. I think I will pass to the next presenter. Thank you.
So I will continue to the technical part on our business plan. As we know, bird eye chili is a popular spice in traditional Southeast Asian cuisine. And Malaysia has a good environment and a contemporary cultivation method. So bird eye chili is can be grown throughout the year. And this crop is not necessarily to use the specific fertilizers or any other maintenance techniques. So, and most of local farmers, local vegetable farmers prefer chili to be planted as it has great demand and constant price in the market. And also based on research by Mardi and the Faculty of Science and Technology from UKM in 2013, chili farming is a risky planting, and because of the some issues, and the main issue is brought by the pests and illness, because it can cause the crops damage and reducing the productivity and overall health of the chili. And also one of the most commonly pests in chili planting is whitefly, because it can critically wreck the chili output. And other than that is according to the statistic analysis from Department of Statistics Malaysia, the self-sufficiency ratio of chili in 2019 show 13.8% of chili are consumed and produced domestically. Because of that, Malaysia is still low in production and as well as consumption of chili compared to other countries. And also in 2019, kg of chili is consumed by a person per year in Malaysia. And also 73.6% of chili are imported agriculture products in order to meet domestic demand. This shows that a high amount of chili are imported to this country for the consumers. Next slide. Okay, I will explain briefly about on how we planted the chilies. First of all, land preparation for the seedlings of the chili is important to grow well, and the germination takes up to 6 weeks. But majorly, the seed starts to grow on the first 2 weeks, and the plants must be kept in the greenhouse. And when it starts to bear fruits, the basic fertilizers with certain medium ratio, such as 15-15-15 at 20 gram per tree, and 12-12-17-2 at 35 gram per tree, need to be applied to the plant. And the chili will be ready to harvest in 5 to 8 months, depending on the climate change in Malaysia. Next slide. Then I will explain about the marketing plan on our business plan. So the fresh chili will be supplied to the small business owner and supermarket, and it will be sold at 18 to 20 ringgit per kilogram to the farmers. And the chili will be shipped to the regular customer. And also the wholesaler also can come to the planting area to get the wholesale price. And for other states, such as Johor, Melaka, and we also sell to Singapore through the wholesale sales from distributor orders. And fresh chili items also will be available in the night market, so it can easy access to the customer. And also chili will be supplied to larger supermarkets after 2 years of production. Next, I will pass to the management.
Next, I will explain about the management. For the total number of the employees for this project is 9 people, which including a general manager, a human resource manager, a finance manager, a marketing manager, an operation manager, and 4 general workers. Then during the harvesting period, contract workers will be hired. Okay, next slide. Then the bird's eye chili project will be carried out commercially with a production plan in place. For the production plan, firstly, production must be handled in collaboration with the buyers. Secondly, obtain approved seed from a trusted provider. Thirdly, the area of the farm must be decided by the number of workers needed, particularly during harvesting. And lastly, within minimum 1 year, no selenium-related crops such as potatoes, tomatoes, brinjals, and tobacco have been grown on the site. Next, I will pass to the next presenter.
Okay, thank you, Annie. So now I will present about the finance. The financial analysis is conducted to show the total gross income for 5 years cash flow. So for this business, for this plantation, the production cycle of the bird eye chili in 1 year is 3 times. It means that we harvest bird eye chili 3 times in 1 year. And our total gross income is about 675,000 ringgit, and the total production cost is about 408,090 999.9 ringgit. The total production cost is include the labor cost, raw material and utility costs, total startup and costs, and other costs. And from this pie chart, we can see the labor we spend the most in the labor cost, which is about 100 and at one is 180,000 ringgit, and followed by the raw material and utility cost, which is about 160,832.5 ringgit. And the total startup cost we spend about 109,159.4 ringgit, and the other cost is about 3,000 ringgit. So our net income, which is the total gross income minus the total production cost, we will get 266,008.10 ringgit. So I will pass to YC to explain further.
Thank you, Sing Ping. So next, I will explain about our cash flow analysis package for Chile Bird's Eye. The net profit value with the discount rate at 10% is about 213 and 651.05 ringgit. And the investment return rate for our project is about 271%. And for the benefit cost ratio is actually typically used for the cost benefit analysis. And this is obtained by divided the expected benefit by the cost, and we get 1.65. So since this benefit cost ratio is greater than 1, that means this project is renovation decision appear is to be beneficial, and also the profit of an investment or the project can expected to be generate. And the break-even price when the total cost is equal to the total revenue, we get 10.91 ringgit. And so lastly, the payback period for our project is 1 year. Next.
So here have two documents. The left-hand side is the document about the letter of permission from the landowner, because for our land for this business we rent from owner, which is one Asian Binti Harun. And the right-hand side is a certificate of participant, because we have joined a course which is New Breed Marketing Entrepreneur NBME Pharma 2021 for our business, and this certificate is very helpful for our business. Next.
Okay, so come to the conclusions where the business plan submitted is viable, which can be progressed. Since our bird's eye chili planting project is in the region Kampong Permatang Kuala Selangor here, and it can be able to give a revenue with the project package idea for the bird eye chili agripreneur. And consider for our cash flow, the project will get a monthly income of 6,987.31 ringgit per month for 5 years. And also the chili productions is a form of high quality also and economical, and that may be marketed locally. And also the bank and the MOA, which is the Ministry of Agriculture, will also fund this project. So here is our last for our presentation. Thanks for participating and listening. So is there any question from the floor?
I have a question. I want to ask why the contract worker will be hired during harvesting period only.
Thank you, Jannah, for the question. Why contract workers will be hired during harvesting period only? Because of the bird's eye chili pungency. As a result, it is labor intensive as it can irritate laborers. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Excuse me,
Mm,
I also have a
yes.
question. Can you explain in detail about the production plan?
Okay, thank you, Afif. For the production plan, firstly, production must be handled in collaboration with the buyers so that the produce may be picked up as soon as it is dry. Secondly, why obtain approved seed from a trusted provider? Because to obtain a high quality of produce. Thirdly, the area of the farm must be decided by the number of workers needed, particularly during harvesting, as there is a contract workers during harvesting period. And lastly, within minimum 1 year, no solanum related crops such as potatoes, tomatoes, brinjals, and tobacco have been grown on the site because it is to control the disease. That's all. Thank you.
Hi, I have a question. Uh, as we know that chilies are usually used in cooking, especially among nations to enhance the flavor. But is it has any health benefit to human other than act as culinary use? Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Afika, for the question. So the health benefits from the bird eye chili is it can help on the digestive issue. So the general fact that bird eye chili helps to improve the digestion by increasing the production flow of enzyme and also gastric acid. So that's how the bird eye chili help the body in digesting food. And when you cannot release the gas from the body, you can also use also chili powder as it triggers the body assimilation. So actually, the other health benefit is the treat infections such as heals joint pain and anti-cancer. So that's all for my opinion.
I have also something to add on here. Actually, chilies, not to eat more lah, but actually it can also help to increase our metabolism, and this will help to burn our calories when we eat chili. So, so maybe for girls who like to eat spicy food, they maybe you can help them to burn calories and change their weight. Yeah. This is also one of the benefits, and also can prevent heart disease because of one of the ingredients inside the raw ingredients inside the chili, which can reduce the inflammations, and the chance to getting the heart disease will decrease.
Okay, thank you.
Mm.
Hello, I have another question. Other than pests become the risk in planting bird's eye chili, is there any risk or challenge to plant this chili? Any other risk or challenge?
May I answer this question? So other than pests, basically there is no such major threat to the chili farming, since the whitefly is only the pest that can work critically on chili output. However, we also can look on the statistic that is provided by the Department of Statistics Malaysia in 2019. We can see that 30.8% of chilies are consumed and produced domestically, while we import most of the chilies from the other country, such as Bangladesh and also Thailand. So the reason why we import instead of we produce domestically, first is because when the whitefly is attacking the chilies, some of the business owner, they tend to change their plantation from chilies maybe uh, to other plants because they scared for the risk. So therefore, this is this is what we can see from the statistic, which is Malaysian only produce only about 30.8%, while we also import the chili from the other country due to the price that is sold quite cheap. And since it is cheap, we can meet the domestic demand for our country. So that's one of it. So that's to answer your question.
Thank you.
Maybe is there any question from other guys? If not, we can close this presentation. I think that's all for today. So thank you everyone for participating in this presentation. And I would like also to say thank you to Dr. Zafira for teaching us for this whole semester. Uh, I think that's all regards to all of us. That's all, and thank you.
Hope you guys get benefit from our presentation also.